stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
What a bunch of trash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham. Joey, how are you?
It's just one of those days that you wake up and then it doesn't stop. So it's just, you just keep rolling with it. So I'm a little medium.
It's just one of those.
Otherwise good.
Are you saying that it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up?
No, I was awake.
And everybody sucks. And
No, I mean, I didn't start off feeling like everyone sucked.
So,
but
like, today started coming and it just...
So what you're saying is it's not all about the he said, she said bullshit.
No, there's other stuff going on.
Okay.
You got to drive around to car dealerships. Like, is that in that song? I don't think so.
It could be. I mean,
why not?
It could be a metaphor.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Is memory even real?
I'm better. I'm feeling better than Fred Durst in 1999.
I bet you're not.
I bet you're fucking not. I bet nobody
That's
is feeling
actually
better
fucking
than
true.
Fred Durst
feels
walked
better
around for
now
5
as a
years
human
rock
being.
fucking hard.
I think he's settled into himself more nowadays.
True. Also joining this week, Justin Petty. JP, how are you?
I'm still thinking about astronauts shoving Tang up their butts. So I'm good.
Yep. I appreciate that everybody is always surprised by the question that I ask them every week. Also joining
I
Apocalypse
intentionally
Howl.
don't prepare.
All aboard!
Except for Apocalypse, who is always ready with some new weird shit.
No, I think that's the one.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's fishing
that's the
around
one
for the
you're-
one.
The official Apocalypse Howl intro
But
is
answer
toot
me
toot, all aboard.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You were going to ask a question?
No, I'm done.
All right. We'll get to it. And also joining this week, Giles. How are
Hey,
you?
fellas. I'm doing great with this mango grapefruit seltzer water. A real bargain from your neighborhood Kroger.
Are we?
Yeah?
Kroger plug.
We're just
sponsored
like
by Kroger soon.
really fishing for sponsors here. I want Pepsi to know. I want FEMA camps Region 6 to know. I want
I forgot about your infatuation. with Region
Coca-Cola,
6.
man.
Starlight to know. We'll just. There you go.
Wait, they sell it in cans?
Little baby cans.
Yeah, I got those.
Oh shit! I don't see the
Wow.
can. I've
Mi-
only seen
Mike-
the bottle. To
Mike found them at Kroger, so I went to my Kroger the next day, and they had them.
Is that the that you were reviewing, Adam?
Yeah, that's the Coca-Cola Starlight that you can see the review on Let's Talk About It on the special playlist on our Trash Movie Kings YouTube page. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Giles.
Man.
Huge plug there.
Welcome. Thank you for
Huge
having
plug.
me, guys. Always
Huge
a pleasure.
plug. And now he's going to sign off. This week, we watched 2005, 1985, and every year in between there, Dangerous Men, which is, according to Wikipedia, an American action thriller film written, directed, and produced by Jahangir Salehi Yahenrad under the pseudonym John S. Rad.
John's rad.
John S. Rad.
John's rad.
This movie began production in 1984 and took 21 years to finish.
21.
It was originally released in 2005 and then re-released in 2015 by, it's a Draft House film now. So that's cool. This movie was very clearly made over the course of 21 years. It's like the original Boyhood.
Manhood. Dangerous manhood.
Oh, God. Starring a woman named Melody Wiggins. And a bunch
for
of...
half of it.
Yeah, for half of it.
Oh, so that's our first lead girl.
That is what's her name?
But she was set up to be the final
Mina.
girl, but she wasn't.
So yeah, who wants to take a stab at the general plot of this so we can explain who Melody Wiggins is? And
I think Mike was struggling the most with it, so I think it might be the most fun for Mike to explain the plot.
and by
He's
Mike,
the
you
one
know
who wanted-
Apocalypse.
All right.
My apocalypse.
Yeah.
It is a cinema of vibes. This
So basically,
We were joking about it being an A24 film, so that makes that tracks.
it you have a guy who is out on a date with the girl of his dreams, and he's the guy of her dreams, and they're attacked on the beach by. They're out for a nice stroll on the beach, and they're attacked by a couple of bikers, and he gets killed. Biker's best friend, well, only friend, gets killed, and the girl changes her tune. She now wants the biker. So
Tiger.
it seems, and she's very convincing. She seems
Biker,
like
I hardly know her.
she she seems like she really is authentically into this.
Hey, you! Wait!
Hey, you dropped your hat.
Thank you so much. I really didn't like him.
Why don't you take me with you?
What, are you crazy?
You heard me, I mean it. I'm free now!
That is a turn of events.
That jerk isn't around anymore.
What's on your mind anyhow?
A real man. Wait! I want to go with you.
To the point where you're almost like, as a viewer, you're like, okay, she sucks, but it was a ruse, and she savagely murders him, and then realizes she wants to find bad guys,
dangerous men.
dangerous men. Yeah, not
Some
just
real
bad guys
daddies.
because like every guy is bad.
Except for her fiance.
Well,
That's what we've learned.
give him a chance.
Well, you
To
either
be
die the
bad.
hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. So
Yeah, that's
Or in this case, become a bad daddy.
so. Anyways, she keeps going on this killing spree where she lures in men that are bad, dangerous
Daddies.
men.
Daddies.
And at a certain point, she finds a lady of the night, and she asks her, like, who are the worst people you have to deal with? And she kind of breaks down and says, everybody.
Dangerous streets. Customers, drug dealers, pimps. Who am I afraid of? What might happen to me? Everywhere. Everybody,
monologue.
everything.
Not putting this genie back in the
I
bottle.
could be killed at any time.
You think she's gonna quit now?
Yeah.
Please.
Turning her life around right now.
The internet's coming, baby.
I want to go home.
Hang on.
And so she just starts taking it out on guys. That one guy that pulled a gun on her in the truck, and she grabs him by the wiener, and she's like, I'll cut it off. And he's like, not for my family. Don't do it. I have whatever.
He's
And,
suddenly British, you forgot.
She actually didn't kill him because I think it's
Oh, right. What
against
did
her
happen to her?
motif.
well,
because
that happened before the Lady of the Night conference.
he's being a bad man, but he's not necessarily the kind of guy she's trying to go after. He was an opportunist, whereas all the others are out there looking for trouble. So I think that's why she spared him. But he also all of a sudden turned British and then waltzed around the desert naked, like something out of a Monty Python movie. And yeah, it was ridiculous. So and then come to find out, that guy that she was in love with has a twin brother who's actually a little more built. And
Wait, were they twins?
a little better looking.
well, I don't know if
They
they're
were
twins.
twins?
They were brothers.
They look
Okay.
pretty similar.
You're right. I don't know if they were twins.
I don't think they're twins.
And then that's it. That's literally
you,
like
you found that out like at the beginning of the movie when they were talking on the phone.
one of the bikers keeps showing up as different characters, but it's blatantly the same guy. They keep arresting him, and it is. What else can be said? What else can be said about this?
So yeah, there's a weird disconnect there towards it. Just starts getting perilously hard to understand. Like the plot is just goes off the rails around that point when the brother, God, what is he even doing? He's out on the beach and he sees another girl getting attacked. Totally different girl.
Yes.
Totally different biker.
Well, Joey, I think what happened was the cop was at the biker bar and saw a biker.
Okay, so he's looking.
Like
he's hunting down
being a
bikers.
predator against another woman who had been playing darts. And
yeah,
the reason he hunted him down was because as they were kind of trying, like this cop is trying to figure out what happened to his brother, who is the woman's fiance.
Right.
And she is also trying to find his killer.
By murdering everybody. So they have different tactics, I guess.
And at some point, you discover that the biker that killed her fiance, whose name is Tiger, that she then killed in the motel room, worked for a man named Black Pepper. And Black Pepper, runs this cabal of bikers through L.A. or whatever the fuck.
Right.
And this cop is on Black Pepper's case, sees this biker attacking this woman, so he goes after the biker to try to get information about where Black Pepper is.
Can I interject with a question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was Black Pepper's thing? Like, what was he? A drug dealer?
They never really explained. It
What
just
was he the kingpin
don't
of?
know. Just
He was-
a violent gang, I
He
think.
was real
He was
bad at
just
being
the
a dangerous
kingpin.
dude.
I don't even know if they ever showed him on a bike. He wasn't like the head biker.
Well, I think they ran out of bikes at some point for this production. Yeah.
Well, they
didn't
reused
watch
the
his
actor.
hair.
They should have reused bikes.
Well, you'd think, but the first biker guy is a Honda guy, and the last biker gang is more of a chopper Harley type of group. But yeah, it's just a really confusing movie. But yeah, I guess there is a through line. It's just barely there. Of you know, the biker guy that kills the guy. Then they get seek out revenge. Then they find this other biker group that talks about the guy that killed the guy, and then they find the other guy that's in charge of the gang, and then they kill him for some reason.
No, they arrest him.
Okay. No, did they arrest Black Pepper at the end?
They arrest Black Pepper at the end, and then credits roll.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Oh dang! I for sure thought that those were what are those dress shorts called?
Skirts?
That right?
Yeah.
Anything you say will be held against you.
It's like a tennis thing. Did we just freeze frame out of this movie?
Is that how the movie ends?
What the fuck happened?
They arrested Black Pepper.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Oh,
they
yeah,
don't
they
murder
did.
anybody else. The eagle bald-headed guy, not bald-headed Honda guy. Eagle bald-headed guy.
Well,
they don't kill that
he had
guy
an
either.
eagle, and then he had like a worm, and then he had an eagle again.
So Eagle, bald-headed guy, dies, right?
Is
No.
he the guy who?
He's the guy who was in the back of the cop car until the end, right? And he was tied up, and they cut his feet loose.
I thought
think
that
it's-
was the second bald-headed guy.
That's the
Yeah.
one who had the tattoos on his head.
It's
The
debatable
first guy
about
at the
whether or
beginning
not
didn't have tattoos.
I think it's a question of whether or not they
Right.
meant that guy to be two different characters or not, or if he survives being killed.
Right.
It seems like he's dead, and they're like, because it's like the exact same scene from the first 10 minutes of the movie where two bikers do some heinous shit on a beach, and then one of them gets fucking caught or shot or whatever. It's like recreated like a 90 or I don't know 70 minutes into the movie. So it's
There's like
just...
a 10-minute stretch in the middle where we see her picking up lots of guys and like taking them home, and it's like it's something of a montage, and like you keep seeing like her silhouette behind this gray curtain and her going stab to stab.
yeah.
on these
That's when the movie made sense.
Oh, what's up, guy?
Fucking Uncle Rico.
Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna ramp up the men feeling.
Murder montage.
But to this piano groove.
Oh, God.
I'm just gonna skip. I figured she was gonna kill every.
Yeah, it's like the movie, like in that one chunk, like approaches something resembling poetic, like competence.
Yeah. As soon as the lead girl that experiences her fiance being murdered on a beach leaves the movie, it's just really hard to follow and very strange to me.
Yeah.
That feels like when they started winging it or something.
Well, I guess like
Whoa,
years went
fuck.
by and they were like, well,
Yeah, she aged out of the role. Everyone in the movie at that point had aged out, so they have to figure something out.
yeah. So it's just it's when people talk about bad movies and I don't know, this is kind of what they mean, I think, because it's like they're like it made no sense, and it's like this really just barely makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
There's
like
lots of scenes that...
There's a very thin thread holding it all together.
Yeah, like I think the most representative is there's a scene somewhere in the middle of the movie where there's this woman on the phone with her boyfriend, I guess, and they're having an argument. She gets mad at him. She hangs up the phone.
Oh my
she
God!
Then, like, slams
I
her
forgot
face.
about that.
Yeah, she like slams her face down on the bed, punches the bed because she's mad. And then it literally cuts to her completely naked with, I'm assuming, her boyfriend, and they're just making out on the bed.
Bull.
Today is the last day of my vacation time, and I only saw
I
you.
feel like this is a lot
like a Robert
warmer.
Palmer
I
song.
love you, baby, but I'm a cop.
This is a lot warmer than the rest of the movie.
Baby, you would make time if you love me. I want you today, all day.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Okay. She was sad and now she's not.
Is that the
Is that
same
him?
guy?
Wait, is that even him?
I don't know.
The world may never know. It's Christmas
Unclear.
now. Okay.
Did y'all see those pants he had on? That was the highlight. I bet we're never gonna get to see him again.
Or some other guy. And
Or
we
some other guy.
never go back to that at
No,
all.
we had never seen these people before. We didn't see them after that scene. That scene
Well, if-
is like
if it was-
maybe 45 seconds.
If it
It's
was the
just
boyfriend, the cop,
I don't know.
if that was the guy, whether it was someone she was cheating on him with or if it was him, he's the same cop that's throughout the rest of the movie.
Maybe.
The really muscular buff dude that Mike was like, he doesn't need help arresting this chick.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
later
it was
on, that's him.
probably that guy.
Yeah, no, that guy was
It's
like,
him because he
That
has
was
like
jacked
he has
up.
this like underbite that
Okay.
makes him almost look
Well,
like
his-
Sammy
his
Davis
whole-
Jr.
His whole character build up in the movie is just that weird fucking 45 seconds, and then he's just a kind of generic cop character
Yeah.
that's helping out
Yeah.
other people. It's like, well, what the fuck was the point of that? I guess he just
They did this 2 or 3
director
times,
just wanted
right?
to see, hey, will you pretend to fuck someone on screen? I think I want to shoot this.
We'll use 3 seconds of it,
Yeah.
and you can wear these weird shorts you have.
Yeah, this is a confusing one.
Speaking of weird shorts, there's a scene where a woman is wearing a Hard Rock Cafe jersey with Big Dog's shorts.
with big dog shorts on.
Fucking
she's
shout
shouting
out
our-
to Big Dog.
This is our
think
intro
she's-
to Black Pepper.
Yeah, she's making out with Black Pepper.
No.
And then
The Big Dog shorts.
But how is
girl
she doing
are-
that and not sneezing?
Wait, oh, that was Black Pepper, wasn't it?
yeah, she's making
On
out
the
with Black
couch.
Pepper.
Okay.
And then in the middle of it, a woman walks in and she belly dances for 2 to 3 minutes. And then Black Pepper goes, "Thanks, Rushi," and then picks up Big Dog's lady, takes her into the other room, and kind of fucks her.
Picks up his big dog.
And then the cops walk in. It's all very fucking weird.
Like,
The belly dancing thing is weirdly protracted, and I don't know where it came from.
Yeah,
It's
nonsense.
It's
It
complete
doesn't make
nonsense.
There's no reason for that to be in the movie at all, which is both great and fucking terrible. I don't know. I appreciated like the French New Wave, Truffaut or whatever, Godard way of editing that one sex scene after that.
Oh, the music. Have we discussed
just jump
the
all
music?
over the place?
Oh, the
Yeah,
music.
well, we haven't got it. We're still trying to discuss the plot, but yeah, fuck the plot. It doesn't make any sense. That's all you need to know. The music is why you fucking, if you like this movie,
Holy shit, this music is
it's probably the reason why you like it, because it's basically a fucking hour and a half of music video in a weird way.
But no, someone made a comparison, I think, to Super Nintendo music, and yeah, like a lot of these, a lot of the music cues reminded me of like you're playing a video game and you hit pause and like that pause menu.
Yeah.
Music. It's like 80 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also reminded me of, I don't know if y'all remember this, but like I think it was the Discovery Channel had these weird 3D animation things of these like crazy instrument things that would play themselves, and it was this weird techno music, and it was like ball bearings bouncing on drums and key thing. All right, I'm gonna edit this episode. I'm gonna edit this episode. I'm gonna put that in. Yeah. But that's exactly what this music sounded like. So trust me, I'm an audience of one understood that. So
Well, I hope they're our fan.
God.
I hope that audience of one is a fan.
Same.
Well, it's one of us.
Oh.
So yeah.
I mean, I
We're our
listened
biggest
to each
fans.
of these episodes.
What
at
if
least
one
3
of us
times, so.
went on to every episode and did like a thumbs down?
This movie starts strong, honestly, y'all.
It does.
Yeah. The woman
Well,
killing people just.
when did they
ran
shoot
out of
it?
Steam.
Like, if you were to talk about chronological order, the beginning of it, do you think was shot?
Oh, do you think they shot?
Yeah,
in
I think
chronological
everything.
order?
Or do you think everything was just out of order?
I think to a point. I think they got to that halfway point of the movie with the girl.
Yeah.
Everything they shot with her was during a certain era.
Yeah.
I don't think they were
supposed
like
to be the movie.
Yeah.
And then stuff got fucked up or whatever. And
But
they
the
were just
beginning, like you were saying, it started out well. Do you think that all of the stuff in the beginning where it worked up to an almost montage, murder montage?
Yeah, I think they shot most of that around the same time. And then, yeah, there's a scene where she's like walking in a neighborhood or something, and then we never see her again.
Yeah.
There was that time Adam mentioned early in the movie where like it was all with her, I think. But he was like, oh, this just looks so much better now. It looks like they shot it on film this time.
It was like the oldest guy they knew.
I love you, Dad.
Oh, there we go.
That's gonna be like the new kink. Don't call me daddy. Just call me dad. Makes it way weirder.
This is suddenly lit much differently in like film. This is on film.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was
Looked
this
like
was
it was
like
on film the whole time to me.
Well, this
had
is
it-
like a
yeah.
different stock. This is like shot differently.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was-
when they're in that neighborhood or something.
before
I don't know.
that. Was it still her or was it other stuff? Because if it was her, then they might have just been bad.
It's
I
her that
don't know.
goes to that prostitute and is like, "What bothers you? I'm gonna take care of it." And then it seems like it's gonna go off the chains with her just murdering, like, I guess, kind of like what's that movie, Miss 45 or whatever.
Yeah, and
Everything
she does.
that's-
Like
and
she does like
that,
5 or 6
yeah.
of them.
How
Maybe
long was
5.
this movie? What was the runtime on this?
Like an hour 17, I think.
It could have been cut down by creating more of a murder montage type of feel.
Yeah, this movie is what I was hoping Promising Young Woman was going to be. But
Fuck, you took it. I had it written
Goddamn.
down. I had it written down.
oh my god! Oh fuck, they really
It
dropped the
reminded
ball.
me more of Hook
How does?
I'm sorry, Adam.
Time out. How does this remind you of Hook? Please go on.
Because it sucked.
Whoa!
I'm just kidding. I love Hook. I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
Sometimes your words are hurtful.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I think people have
That
been
one
telling me
cuts
the
deep.
Hook is bad to my face for so long that I don't really care anymore. I'm just.
I honestly don't understand
how.
how someone thought it was bad.
I think if you were an adult and you watched it the first time, you probably thought it was stupid.
I am an adult.
Or-
I'm 40.
Or if you are like a 20-year-old revisiting it, or not even revisiting it, seeing it for the first time like today
Yeah.
as a 25-year-old.
But I don't know. I think if you put that movie against Goonies, I think it's like seems very good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would say I think Goonies is a better film, but they are both
Get the
very
fuck outta
enjoyable.
No, Goonies is terrible.
I agree
Oh.
with Joey on that one.
I don't think it's terrible.
It's just it's so when people who hate Hook talk about why they hate Hook, that's how I feel about the Goonies. I'll put it that way. Like, it's loud, it's fucking ugly, it's obnoxious. It's like a stupid asshole kid hitting you on the side of the head with like a frying pan for 2 hours. That's how I feel with the Goonies.
Wait, did you watch it for the first time as an adult?
No, that's the thing. Like, I first saw it when I was like 12. It should have been.
Oh, you were already too old for it.
I liked the Goonies. I think the Goonies was good for what it was. And I like Hook. So
Yeah. Neither of them are. They're no Sandlot, but they're both decent movies.
yeah, they're no
Sandlot's a
Stand By
good
Me.
movie. Well, Stand By Me is a different thing.
No, they're not. It's a comedy with kids.
Do you think Stand
I
By
can't.
Me
I
is a-
can't
Oh
stand
yeah,
by
I
you
laughed
on
my
that one.
ass
Mike.
off.
Comedy?
I laughed my ass off.
I mean,
What
if we're,
part was making you laugh?
Funniest movie I've ever seen.
if we're bringing Stand By Me into the mix, I think that towers above all the other ones that we've mentioned.
No, I definitely think Goonies was good, but
I don't know. I think
Hook. I mean, are we just going off of this pirate theme?
No,
Because I mean, Goonies.
Oh, we're just talking about kids' movies.
Here.
Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna go with Time Bandits.
Wait, no, we're
well,
talking
Time
about
Bandits,
kids'
very
movies.
Well, he compared this movie to saying this movie sucked and saying it was like Hook. So
Yeah, no, I
now
was
we're talking
playing
about-
on your
now we're
comment
talking
earlier.
About,
Oh, you shifted gears
Time
again on
Bandits.
us.
Cut all this out.
No, I mean, it's
Oh
fine.
no, it's staying.
Time,
No,
Time
we-
Bandits is good. Time Bandits.
Not as good as Looper. Looper's a better.
Well, that's not even
Looper.
that's not a kids movie at all.
I think Plague Dogs.
Oh, I thought
was
Mike
better.
shifted gears.
Plague Dogs was
Shifting
better.
gears. I'm shifting gears, y'all.
Speaking
We're
of
in-
shifting
we're in third
gears,
gear now.
none of these movies are as good as the Fast and Furious franchise. So
Yeah.
What are you saying? We have to pause for Giles because his audio is so thin.
Because he's in North Korea.
Giles, when you want to talk, raise your hand. Oh shit! I think we lost him.
oh, he's
I think
frozen.
he froze. Maybe I'll come back.
Apocalypse, you said the bad word. and
Everybody chill.
What did I say?
then you said North Korea, and then they shut him down.
That's down. Oh, you're back.
Oh god.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, this
he's
movie,
back.
Giles is back.
Weird. Anyway,
Giles, you have the talking stick.
Let's move on to our next.
So yeah, all right. Let's move on to. Did anybody have a favorite part? And who wants to start?
I think my favorite thing is early on. Well, God, it's really good early on. The whole first beach scene is really, really fun. I'll say that's probably my favorite part, but within that part are all the fucking weird, nonsensical camera zooms on all the people. Zooms out. You always see zooms in to create intensity, but these did zooms out in really intense moments, sort of for no reason, just to alleviate tension. You know, when rape or murder is on the table.
And they were doing like smash zooms from two different sides, and when they did one of them and they pulled out, it revealed the other cameraman over the the biker wearing the drummer boy hat.
Yeah,
he was like over his shoulder holding a camera up on the hill.
Yeah, and you got that
I didn't
bass,
see 'em.
that bass and the drum going, and it's super. Yeah, that first intro, the first violent scene of violence is pretty good.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Oh man, I think mine's the sex scene between the black cop and his wife, or like the whole interaction leading up to that.
The solid 45
Yeah.
second.
Yeah,
scene
it was
of character.
The word
This
scene
character
is
developed.
generous, but
Yeah,
right?
the I guess
Random clip.
random
Never to be seen again.
cutaway.
Right, that poor woman is like, hey, will you get fucked on camera but not be in the movie at all? Just bye.
It's like barely
It
as long
was
as a Family
like-
Guy joke. It's
Yeah, I mean, the part that when I saw it, I was like, this is gonna be my favorite part, and then it got better after I decided that. The like when she laid face down on the bed and just like flopped down, I was like, who fucking does that?
I thought for sure your favorite scene would be the first kill scene, or the revenge scene.
That's up
That was
there
my
for me.
Is that yours, Adam?
Yeah.
It's up
Well,
there
like,
for me, but
butt knife, you know? That's
Butt
kinda-
knife.
The butt knife, yeah.
Yeah, that one was like I just didn't. I knew that y'all were gonna mention it. So I didn't.
I
It's
think
good.
Well, no, so not just the butt knife, but just the specificity of her being like, I want you to lick my belly
Yes.
button while you play with my knees. Like,
All right.
Now, when I come over to you, I want you to rub my knees lightly. At the same time, lick my belly button.
Come on, get in bed.
Remember, first my knees, then my belly button.
Oh.
Bush.
Got him.
Oh.
And boobers.
Oh. Oh. Mm. Oh. Oh.
Did he not lick her belly button?
Oh. Oh. Mm. Oh, babe.
He's licking it all right.
Babe.
so good.
This is one of the worst. Hell yeah.
a specific, I mean, kind of like still vanilla, but like specific sort of kink that the movie treats super matter of factly. Like, okay, yeah, sure, no, that's fine. He's into it. And then the whole thing's a ruse to get the butt knife. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like whenever
the jump
they
cut
said
to her grabbing it.
whenever she was like, rub my knees and lick my belly button, I really imagined her laying on her back with her knees up and him gracefully caressing over the top of her body while rubbing. And no,
Like he's
he
just over
sat
the top
there
of their
going,
knees like
oh,
this.
knees, belly button.
Yes,
Knees,
his way of rubbing her
button.
knees is like
It was so disgusting.
It's like when you do that like wrinkled elbow
fondling her
thing.
knees like tits. Like
Oh, and he is rimming that belly button too. Like he's going,
Oh yeah,
He's
there's one
deep.
part where he even
he's going
confirms
second
how
knuckle
much
with that
he
belly
likes
button.
it. Oh, this
Yeah.
is good. Yeah.
he literally says that. I'm pretty sure.
he does.
Sloshing around in the belly button.
It was so bad.
Oh god, yeah, that guy is pretty good. That biker. It sucks when he dies because he's the guy who in the first beach scene I mentioned, he loses.
You
his
killed my
friend,
only
and he's like,
friend.
I lost my only friend.
Was that sounded like a guy crying.
You son of a bitch. You're lucky you're dead. You killed my only friend.
Like you're supposed to have any sympathy for the guy.
With the exception of like that one detective who wisely goes home to, you know, spend some personal time with his lady for those 10 seconds. Like he's pretty handsome. Every other man in this movie is pretty homely.
Yeah.
And you see
I
a lot
think
of them undressed.
Not as homely
main
as last
character
week.
guy's
Suburban
pretty
Sasquatch.
handsome. The main character guy is not ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, the brother of the
Yeah.
lead. The brothers are not
No, they're not
altogether
ugly. They're
I don't think.
looking,
I
but the
bet
movie
that
seems so confused about when and how they're like the lead characters. I never really got like a read on.
Yeah,
I
true.
feel like
Plus,
I saw the British guy's ass
the
more.
brother in the beginning reminds me so much of Rob Blagojevich. I'm just like expecting him to try to swindle me.
Oh my god, yeah, I can see that.
Sell me a used car, please.
Are we talking about the black dude detective?
No, he's the best one in it.
He's the one who goes home for 10 seconds
That's
with
what
this
I'm saying.
lady.
That guy is barely. I feel like he's barely in this movie, and he's like, yeah, he's way more charismatic than anyone else.
Oh, that's who you said was like handsome?
Yes, that's like the top of the pile, handsome, and then everyone else is just kind of like,
Yeah.
You didn't think that Italian Tony Danza was handsome?
Tony
Danza is Italian, isn't he?
Danza
Yeah, but
is,
like he's not Italian enough, you know.
He's like double Italian Tony Danza. You know, he's got like a little bit of sausage on there. He's got like some
Danza-
margarita. He's
was that
got
African?
Take care, brush your hair.
I think my favorite parts are the kind of psycho-esque silhouette stabby scenes.
Yeah.
And I really wish they
or
would
The
have.
Mummy, for those of you who are horny. The Mummy?
yeah.
There's a lot of deaths like that in The Mummy.
Oh, yeah.
Is there really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of
The
of
stabbing
shadows.
with the tits,
Shadow,
the topless.
Oh, yeah, the tit stabbing.
That's from
Not
the
stabbing
other
of
scene.
tits, but stabbing with just like...
It's just a
The tits
just
were
a
doing the
close-up
stabbing.
shot
It
of
was
the
all-
tits while the stabbing is happening. That is probably. That's definitely. I've never seen that before. I think I said
They had an
watched it,
opportunity
but-
to like toss blood on them and they missed it, and that was a
Yeah.
bummer. Because they definitely did it on her leg when the
Yeah.
first stab like went across her leg.
one step at a time. I guess no one had ever maybe done that before. I'm sure someone had, but I've never seen it before. I don't think we've seen it before.
So, Apocalypse, you liked the silhouette stabbing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they utilized it correctly. No, they used it enough, but not the scenes where they used it. They weren't long enough, and they used them at odd times where they could have really used that card better. But they could have used that card to build suspense, or they could have used it to do a shock reveal. But instead, it was just they tried.
You needed like a Dracula Nosferatu situation where they're going at it like really slowly. and then stabbing.
There could have been some suspense to it, or
Yeah.
there could have been like a reveal. Like maybe you thought she was stabbing somebody, and then after the silhouette scene is done, you learn that she's maybe killed. You know, they should have done that and like done the stab scene and then cut to a clip of a dead man, cut to a clip of another dead man, cut to another dead man, another dead man.
Yeah.
And then they should have ran like 75 photos from real homicide stabbing victims in rapid succession.
Mike, write that movie.
Now we're just remaking Surviving Edged Weapons.
I know.
Shit,
Sorry.
Yeah.
So knife culture's strong here.
Also, every time I forgot about this, every time that she would kill somebody, they would cut to that cop car driving down the street with the sirens blaring.
But it would change eras. It was like the cop car from the 80s, and then it was in the 2000s, and then it was in the 90s.
One looked like it was from the 70s.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Also, all the
this movie-
calendars on the walls that, like, this one was 1995. This dude's T-shirt said 1994 or whatever. There was I don't. This fucking movie.
They were intentionally trying
it
to
exists out of time.
Yeah.
show. Literally.
Well,
it's timeless.
Its sense of time is very broad, I guess, because it's made over.
Yeah. It's made over the course of 20 years.
It feels like it's for several generations, you know.
I think it does try to lean into like late 70s, early 80s. And I feel like that's what it's trying to maintain.
Yeah,
But
it starts like genuinely 80s crap, and then it feels like ironic crap by the end of it.
Yeah.
It's strange. Like we were saying black peppers wearing like Oakleys, and we were like, and
Do you
looks
think-
like Hulk Hogan, but also
Yeah.
with the Justin Timberlake NSYNC hair or some shit.
Yeah.
Or Dog, the bounty hunter, perhaps?
Dog the bounty hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
It feels like the year 2000 up in it. By the end, it's interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah, I would say that my favorite part. Well, there's two different. There's like a favorite line and then a favorite part, and they're separate. My favorite line is like kind of later on. The third bald-headed biker is being interrogated, I think, by the police officer or like the guy's brother. And he's getting real aggressive, and he says, "There's nothing I can see other than your balls wrapped around your tonsils, and that's exactly what black pepper's gonna do to you."
There's nothing I'd rather see than your balls wrapped around your tonsils. And that's exactly what BP's gonna do to you.
Oh
I
yeah,
missed
that
that.
was y'all were all talking. That was when y'all were all talking. I was like, y'all just missed a great part.
There's nothing I'd rather see than your balls
knew
wrapped
it.
around your tonsils.
You knew it?
BP's gonna do to you.
I had a hankering.
Based on all the motorcycle gas usage.
Wait,
and,
what?
and that one British guy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
He was sitting in the back of the cop car.
Yeah. He's in the back of the cop car. There's nothing I can see other than your balls wrapped around your tonsils. Except I think he calls him BP, not black pepper.
Yeah, that's exactly what
right.
BP's gonna do to you.
Shout out
And
to
that's-
Brian Perrette, who I used to call BP in college.
That's where I put it, the whole shebang together.
Yep, that's when Apocalypse put it all together.
Figured it out.
Oh, yes, that when we realized that this movie that includes a man who's suddenly British, Bush, by that I mean vagina in the context of the movie, and then as a secret society thing, it's, obviously pro-Bush. But
BP is another
Yeah,
B.
BP. It's a British petroleum movie, and that's
Yep.
why this movie couldn't finish on time and never saw the light of day until recently. After
Yeah.
British Petroleum's lost power when it had that huge spill, and
It really makes you think.
Right.
it really did make me think.
Suddenly British Petroleum.
Hey,
that
here's
I'm
one.
retarded.
Here's one I forgot to say earlier.
Go for it.
Anytime I meet a musician who just hasn't made it, I always like to suggest, have you tried heroin?
It's very good.
That's it.
Does
Okay.
it work?
I mean, that's
Heroin?
what makes great music. I'm not a great musician, so I wouldn't know. But
Well, have you tried heroin?
mm-mm.
No.
Has anyone on this podcast tried heroin?
No.
Yeah, me neither. That's always like the one that's too
I
dangerous.
feel like
right?
that's a retirement drug.
Crack and heroin are like,
And like
maybe I
meth,
would
it's
rather
like,
smoke a little bit of meth than do those two, I think.
I'm good. I'm good on all that.
I mean, I had some Cocoa Puffs earlier, like, for dessert, so, like, I party, but,
Well, hang on. Did you drink the milk afterward, though?
Yeah.
It wasn't Fruity Pebbles,
Whoa,
though?
whoa! And you didn't
That's-
drive, did you?
That's wild, man. That's
What am I, a fucking pussy?
Shit.
that's too rich for my blood.
Yeah, but you ever drank the milk after seconds?
Rub my knees.
Third milk?
And lick my Cocoa Puff milk.
I do fresh milk. What'd you say, Joseph? Something ribald, I'll bet.
So
God, where did you use it earlier? Sturgeon?
turgid.
Sturgeon.
Sturgeon?
Sorry.
Like the
Turgid.
fish?
No, the suddenly British man. There's a
Yeah.
scene where he's. It's like you know them adult films. What with the cab driver is suddenly.
Wait, what do they do?
the lady
Wait.
can't pay the fare, and so the cab driver's like, I got an idea for you. You know those?
Oh, is he from Brooklyn?
Is that
he
a specific movie?
Suddenly Brooklyn British?
It's the adult film genre, Fake Taxi.
I've never seen
Fake taxi.
All right, we're gonna cut all this. Anyway, so there's
all right. Now for
Giles
your next
knows.
question.
Fake
Giles
taxi.
knows.
When they're in a van and they fuck. That's a British. That is a British.
It is a British thing.
Another
yes.
joke I had.
It's British,
where-
right? Because everyone I've
yes.
ever seen it in is British.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very turgid.
I saw an ad that was like, it's like Uber, but for sex. And I was just like, what the fuck have you been using Uber for?
Not sex.
No, it was actually about Tinder. It was like, it's like Tinder, but for sex. I was like, that's what Tinder is.
So that's like a call girl service.
Yeah, but I was like, it'd be funnier if it was Uber. Anyways, back to the movie.
So there's a scene where the suddenly British man, he like so our heroine, she hitchhikes basically, and this suddenly British man picks her up and is taking her somewhere. She falls asleep. He pulls off the road and decides that he's going to use this opportunity to pull a gun on her and R her. And she's like, well, hang on now. You don't need to R me because I'm like super into you, baby. And has him take all of his clothes off and straddle her. And then she grabs his hog through the undies and holds a knife to it. And she's, telling him that he's a bad. It's what JP was saying. This is the better promising young woman.
Yeah.
Because she's actually threatening his manhood, versus like, oh, I'm gonna do some impotent. Oh, you kind of feel threatened, and then you're gonna get away with it. Which
Okay, Mickey Mouse.
I'm just gonna die at the end of the movie, and you're going to jail.
Except you're not, because all the men got away with it in Promising Young Woman. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
God, that movie is terrible.
Well, that's what the
Anyway.
title's about.
Don't say that, you're gonna get canceled.
She was a promising
Fucking
young
cancel
character,
me.
and then they fucking ruined it.
The thing is, he's not going to get canceled because nobody has thought about that movie once since.
I hope that's true.
That movie
Everyone was like on its nuts, and then I watched it and I was like,
how come Oscar Mayer has never sponsored the Oscars? Blows my mind. Because they're like, Mark Wiener would win all of them.
Mark Wiener.
Everybody rolls up in Wienermobiles for the red carpet.
Deep cut.
For the hot dog carpet.
I feel like this is not the first time Mark Wiener has come up on this podcast.
Because I used to
No,
watch
we talked about, like, I kept thinking you were talking about Mark Summers.
Oh, well, that was the same time. Well, that was.
I can't remember what episode it was.
That was the last one, I think.
That was last week? Holy
I
shit.
think so.
No way, we weren't talking about Mark Summers last week.
I gotta stop
pretty
drinking.
sure
I gotta
we
stop
were.
drinking on this podcast.
That's insane.
Pretty sure we were.
Well, this movie has that other. I don't even know if it's the same woman, but she has a gun to a totally different guy later, and she's like,
Are you sure you want to do this?
"Yeah." I guess the guy's like, "Yeah, what a fuck you, what a fuck you doing that?" Or I don't know. I guess he's saying something like that.
Yeah, he was like,
And
"Oh
she's
yeah,
like, "Are
yeah, I
you
know."
sure?
Don't make
Are
this so
you
difficult for us.
Are you sure? Is that exactly what you want to do?
Oh,
and he's
I'm
like,
sure,
"Oh
baby."
yeah, baby," and then shoots.
And then she just
shoots
pulls
her
her
right
in
in
the
the
face.
face.
Making it easier on either one of us. Are you sure that you're doing the right thing?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And are you really sure this is what you want?
Absolutely.
All right. I like how there's no muzzle blasts on any of the guns.
Hang on, no. Well, yeah, there's no muzzle flash whatsoever. But she doesn't just shoot this guy, and it was right.
Then
That's true. She goes overboard.
Yes, she shoots the guy. She pushes him back into his car. She starts his engine and then drives it off a fucking cliff into the ocean.
All right then.
Are you really sure this is what you want?
He should have cleaned out his wallet.
Take the car.
I don't think that she's actually trying to hitchhike. She's looking for a reason to kill guys.
Well, no, she did run out of gas though.
Yeah, but why not pop off a quick murder?
That's an expensive.
She popped off, all right.
Wait, what the fuck just happened? What was that?
No, she doesn't drive it. She pushes it. She starts
she pushes
the engine
it.
so that she can push it for some reason.
I feel like as homework, Amy needs to watch this movie.
The first, that's what I'm saying.
yeah?
The first 30
I would
minutes
love
of
to
this
get her
movie
take on
is
this.
awesome. And then it just really
Was that the last
really
time we saw her?
crumbles.
That kill?
Is that even the same girl?
Because that's when because she was acting like her car did stall. So she was
stalled on the
hitchhiking.
beach. It stalled on the beach after.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah, I think this was her last kill.
I believe so.
Because
she got arrested at some point.
Because I was really confused right after that, because I think we cut from there to the bar scene, and that was when we jumped back to the detective, and we're immediately focusing on this other girl, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Was that the blind woman?
It's hard to tell.
No, that was at the end. This was the lady playing darts at the bar.
Oh, right.
When we meet the biker number 2.
Giles, you were saying something?
Sorry,
sorry.
when I did appreciate though, because by this point in the movie, things are getting a little untethered to any kind of logic or narrative. But we see her drive the car with like the dead dude down the hill. We see this long, impressive, wide shot of the car tumbling down, and then it's like a hard cut to stock footage of like an explosion, and it's not like it doesn't look good. It's poor editing and it looks pretty janky, but just the fact that they made that effort to at least imply that car exploded on its way down, I appreciate it. And that's important to me, because anytime you see a car go down a hill in a movie or a mountain, you always have to see it explode. Doesn't matter if it's defense or not. You need to see it explode. And so they did their best. And I appreciate that.
Should we get some stock footage, 70s footage for Dickhead?
That'd be
Just
fun.
have a car driving around.
Would that help you finish it?
We're gonna give you some stock footage and some cocaine.
Giles coming in with the fucking spice.
Giles, have you added Dickhead to your Letterboxd watch list, or is it still just me and Joey?
Of course, it's on the watch list, buddy. Whatever
Lord.
I can do to.
It's
help
I don't know
out.
where they got the logo.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like a picture that is a widescreen, like 16:9 image,
Justin
and they
Petty.
squeezed it and made it a poster somehow.
Pretty talented, I'd say. There it is. I'll get it.
I love how he's following through with this
Pretty
joke all the way.
Hell yeah, baby.
Committing to this bit.
Okay. Have we
So
talked about
let's-
this movie enough?
I think so. Let's get to the
God.
B's and then let's rate it and let's get out of here. My recording is sitting at 57 minutes, which means we're probably at around 45.
Yeah, everything else can be a shout out, I think.
Some very solid B's.
There are some very good B's, and I'm kind of trying to vamp a little bit before Apocalypse gets back. But I mean, we've got blood.
We've got beaches.
We've got beaches. That's a new B. We've got
Yeah.
bikers. We've got
blasts.
butts. Yeah,
Waves.
blasts.
Bars and beers.
Bars and beers. We have
First
butt
beers.
knives.
But
Wait, hang on. Are we calling them beers, or were we calling them buds?
Buds?
I think we were calling them brewskis, weren't we?
Brews and
Well,
buds.
when we were watching things, it was like we got buds drinking buds.
I thought it was buds drinking brewskis, but I could be wrong.
Oh, maybe so.
You know,
Maybe we
whatever.
can roll back the tape.
It's all B. It's all B.
Because I think he was
baby.
actually talking about drinking
It's
a bud.
all B, baby.
We've got bald bikers. That's a double B.
We've got a reference to
Yo, went to the
balls
B's
being
without me.
jammed down a throat.
No, we were trying to
we were
wait for
waiting.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Don't
were.
worry.
as long
When
as we
when you
could.
don't listen to this episode, you'll hear me talk about vamping, waiting for you to come back.
Well, I'm not gonna listen.
we fucking know.
we have bulge, like the bulge
Yeah.
that you see in a man's underwear. Like
When?
Well, just like
she grabs his cock.
When she grabs,
In-
when she
in
the
his-
British man's
Oh,
cock.
but well, that guy didn't have bulge. He had like yang tweener.
I guess I'm speaking more
Hmm.
generally to like you see lots of dudes in their tidy whities and underwear, and
Yeah.
You can actually see the
Okay,
outline of their dicks.
time out.
That's
I'm-
Performance, bald
I
guy.
respect that, but I have to say, whitey tidies don't. I don't see whitey tidies and be like, ooh, bulge.
You
I
don't.
see
no,
whitey. I
because
see
they
whitey
but I
tidies and I'm like
definitely do.
outdated.
I see whitey ties and think bulge. I don't see whitey Lucy's and think bulge.
Oh, I see what you
Fucking-
mean.
These were a lot of saggy ass underwear in this movie.
Okay, so I'll amend my stance
cool.
Yeah.
I'm just
to,
thinking of
to Justin's stance.
Because when we watched
Mini
what was it? What the killer was wearing the bikini underwear. I mean, those are technically, I guess they're not whitey tidies, but
I mean, definitely bikinis in general, right?
I think male underwear technology has gotten a lot further since then.
It has. My undies right now, they have a little pouch in the front, and they keep my boys separate from my thighs. It's real nice.
Nice.
We have good Bush. We've got
Bush?
black pepper. We've
Oh,
got
no boardrooms.
no boardrooms to speak of. No briefcases that I can remember.
This was primed for a briefcase too. I'm really
yeah,
sure.
it really was.
Yeah, no. This is more about revenge, so less briefcases
We definitely have boobs,
needed.
Boobs. We have butts.
butts, butt knives,
Blades.
blades, blasts.
Butt blades. This is the first time we've had butt blades.
Yeah.
There were no snakes.
Yeah, we have to have Amy to get a cobra, I guess.
There was a trouser
Apparently.
snake.
Fucking yeah, there was.
No.
She grabbed that thing
Unless
so
there's
quick.
I think she
raw
was really
cock in
grabbing
the
it.
movie.
There was
I
a
think she was
treasure
really
snake,
grabbing
there
his
was a
wiener.
minor wiener that she had in the
Yeah.
I think she really
Callback.
grabbed it.
I didn't call that.
That's how you do a callback.
There was bad editing. Yeah.
Or good editing, I don't know.
Or good editing. Yeah.
Hard to say.
Oh
No
shit!
one
There were
knows.
some bongo jeans
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
when the chick on the side of the road was like changing clothes to try to seduce the cop.
Yeah.
God, that was a very confusing scene we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Rub my knees.
What kind
And lick
of
my belly
knot
button.
did he just tie? That was
Okay,
very
what are we
quick.
doing here?
She's trying to fuck him, and he doesn't want to fuck because he's working. Is what he said.
She's trying to fuck this guy while he's like kind of murdering someone, or is
Yeah.
it
Good
taking,
butt.
or taking
She
him?
she should R him.
She's got a good butt.
Cut that. Cut that.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's good.
Where's the rest of the bikers that pulled over with him? Oh, got them
No, they kept
bongo
going.
jeans.
He waved them forward.
Oh, I thought he was telling them to come like pull over.
No. He wanted them to keep going so he could fuck. With his studded collar.
This is one of the weirdest. This is so weird.
It's crazy how like just putting those jeans on makes it look gives her a lot.
This woman you guys kept saying was trying to seduce this guy, but I never really got that sense.
Your bulletproof vest worked just like you said it would.
You're great.
I know.
We've got work to do. Put some decent clothes on.
All right.
Oh, she like literally like walked up to him and like dragged her hand across his chest and was like, "You don't
Yeah,
have to
but-
work right now, dude." He was like, "I'm busy working." She was definitely seducing him. Then she walked
Yeah,
away,
but why?
took her
It
pants
just
off
didn't make any sense, and then she was gone.
because she just watched him beat up the biker that was trying to rape her, and in the logic of this movie, that turned her on.
I don't want to get into the logic of this movie.
She got turned on by him apprehending that biker.
I guess. But
Yeah.
then there was a false being turned on thing like 30 minutes earlier. So what am I to believe? Very
Well, she never killed him, so I don't
right.
know.
She just disappears, and that guy also disappears from the
Right.
movie. So
No, that's the cop that goes all the way to the end. I think he's the only one who sticks around.
I don't think so. Oh well,
That's the
old
brother.
guy.
He's the brother.
Was
The
he
dude
at
who
the
got
end of the
killed's
movie?
brother.
He was at the end of the movie?
I guess he wasn't at the end of the movie.
I don't
was he?
think. I thought it was just the old guy that shows up or something.
Yeah,
This is like this is three movies.
It's just Tan Lee is the only guy that he's the guy that arrests.
Yes,
Pepper.
Stanley is the lasting character in this film. He makes it the furthest.
Yeah,
he probably,
Tan Lee-
yeah.
When are we
Tan
introduced
Lee-
to him though?
Tan Lee, which
Yeah.
is Tan Stanley,
Yeah.
looking police.
He's like the police
chief of police. I don't know.
I don't know.
Are we
yeah.
introduced to him early in the movie or later?
Not that early, but earlier than a lot of the other characters that end up at the end of the film.
He's
Yeah, he said
probably
he's
the
the
midway
chief.
point. Okay.
He must have been one of those guys that looks kind of the same age for 20 years at that point.
Or they just filmed all of his shit at the end and they were like, I don't know, we need a guy to like come in and clean this up.
Yeah.
We need a closer.
We had
I do need a closer.
We had
And by
banging.
that I mean we should close this out.
We got what?
You had banging?
We had banging.
Yeah.
We
there's
had
maybe-
British. Suddenly
British. We had
people.
some Brits.
We had a bloke.
We had a bloke.
We had a police badge.
Yeah,
We did have a
that's
tight, like we had a tight shot. It was like full screen police badge.
Oh, okay,
Right,
that
and it
counts.
said policeman's badge and then police. That's all it said. It was very bad. So who wants to start ranking this or rating this thing on the bags of trash? Let's start with Joey this time.
I don't know. That first 30 minutes is really solid, but the rest of it is, it's bad, but it's like confusing bad that, I don't know, it kind of turned me off. I've been giving a lot of stuff 3.5, but I think I'm going to give this a 2.5.
Okay.
It's not my favorite
pretty high.
thing. You think it's high? I think it's pretty low. For me.
No, I think that's pretty high.
I mean, if I'm giving.
I think that's a fair score.
The first 30 minutes of this movie is like a 4, and then the rest of it's like 1. I don't know.
It's just
I'm just
slowly
kind of
subtracting.
averaging it out. Yeah.
Okay,
so 2.5 for me.
Joey's got 2.5. Apocalypse.
So I was just thinking, Joey, can I body paint you with glow in the dark paint for the next episode, and then we charge you up really good, and then the whole night you have to say your name isn't Joey, you have to say your name is Glowy.
No.
All right, because I think it would be fun.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm with Glowy here. I go 2.5 bags on this one.
Hey, I think that might be one of the first times me and you have had the same rating.
I agree. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on that, or just 2.5? And
I'm stuck on wanting to charge Joey up in the light. Aw, Oliver.
Does Oliver have a rating?
Holy shit, he looks beautiful.
He looks radiant.
Blue is his color. It
The
turns
blue
out.
is, it's really making his coat pop.
For our audio podcast or our audio listeners, Justin's Great Pyrenees is on camera right now, and he is
He's
a
gonna
beautiful
slap.
boy.
He
What?
looks
Here
really
comes a slap.
charming.
There it
man.
is.
Oh, he just put his paw on his wrist.
If I ignore him for more than 3 seconds, he slaps me.
Oh, buddy.
He's
How
adorable.
can he slap?
He's so big.
Call him
He
Will
is.
Smith. Justin.
Whoa.
I got a very quick thing. I'll do it later.
Okay. No, you know what? Fuck you, Justin. Giles, do you
All
have
right.
a rating for this movie?
I honestly have to agree with Glowy and Apocalypto. I was thinking 2.5.
Apocalypto.
It works.
Mel Gibson's best movie.
Yeah,
Is it the porn version?
The porn version of Apocalypse Now?
Of Apocalypto is Apocalypto. The head coming down, but it's just like a head giving head. Oh gosh.
there are pockets of this movie that I think have like a real fun, like low rent energy. and all that. But yeah, like towards the end, I'm kind of just like waiting for it to end, and it's like there's like I'm always like excited and entertained by movies made on a budget that are using those limitations creatively. So again, like the sort of the silhouette psycho thing behind the curtains, like stuff like that's really cool. Just kind of just the audacity of the whole butt blade stuff, that's really cool. Like I'm super into it. And then at the end, we have like this foot chase through the Hollywood Hills that seems to last like a half hour, even though it's only like 5 minutes of screen time. So by the end there, it's just kind of it just gets a little tedious for this thing. I think I can see why it developed a bit of a cult audience when it was released. And to be clear, nothing but respect for this filmmaker over time, over bits and pieces, getting it together and getting it out there. Like I think that's a beautiful thing. But sometimes the end results are more fun than others. But this one's cool. Like I'm glad we watched it. But yeah, low key on my enthusiasm this time around. But
Okay.
I agree with Joey again. Like that first half hour or so is a lot of fun.
All right, so 2.5 bags from Giles. Justin.
Giles is tiptoeing around it, man. That was a fucking bad movie.
Giles and everyone who's ranked it so far. But yeah, it was Giles.
I'm gonna give it a 2. Like
What?
like everyone said, the first half of that movie was fucking cool, and it would have been a really fun movie if they. And who knows what the circumstances are that prevented them from getting there. It seems like they had some difficulties finishing this movie over the years, but I think they could have done a better job than what they ended up doing, which was essentially like every scene was its own little weird skit that didn't connect to anything else.
Yeah, I would
with
have
different
preferred
characters.
like a Mulholland Drive sort of take on how to come back to a story that wasn't complete and finish it out. Like just get weird with it.
Yeah.
Which just maybe does, but
I don't see the correlation with this in Mulholland Drive.
Well, yeah, I just rewatched it, so maybe you should too and get on my level.
I've just rewatched it like a year ago. I'm very fresh on it.
I think Joey just got the Criterion for it. So.
Yeah, so I can tell you all about
Yeah,
it.
he's
you got
just
the
been
Criterion
jerking
on it.
off all day.
Oh yeah, I got.
I didn't realize that movie was filmed at different times because it was shot. I knew it was shot as a television pilot, but I didn't realize that that it wasn't complete, and they went back and were like, "Well, let's make a
He shot the
ending."
pilot. It didn't go to series. It was just kind of sitting there. He did some TM. He had a dream. He was like, "Let's get it back together. I got it." Or at least
Yeah,
that's
he figured it
Oh,
out.
so
like a
it
year or two
actually
later.
literally was
Yeah, they took a break.
similar in the sense that they like paused. How long was the break?
about a year, at least.
Yeah, maybe a
I
year or
think.
two.
So it's so it's basically like Dickhead.
I was gonna say yes. Absolutely. If Justin were here, that would be a good burn.
Yeah. Well, Dickhead, I think, finished. This movie didn't have an ending, and you can kind of feel it when you watch it now, and I knew that. Or, knowing it, you can feel it, but it doesn't make it any less good. It's
I didn't
still
know that about
pretty fucking
Mulholland
great.
Drive.
Yeah, it's kind of a. Yeah, that's like an interesting thing, like the way he makes it all kind of fit
Gel.
together in a little lot. Yeah, but yeah.
And it sort of makes it better. I don't know. Maybe not. Depends.
I mean, there's the alternate universe version of like, oh, what if that had gone to series and it'd be another TV show from Lynch?
Right.
But that movie is very special, and I'm glad that we have it the way we do. But yeah, it's a whole other waking nightmare trip in LA. Today we're talking about
dangerous.
So Justin, you're really Justin. I can't at all persuade you to give it 0.5 more.
Why?
So you want us to all have the same?
I want a
rating?
unanimous. I want to see us get a unanimous across the board.
Well,
I just think that I think
what
that
does Adam have? We gotta
Justin,
see what Adam has.
Justin, butt crack knife.
Oh yeah, there were some fun parts,
And you're
that
gonna let
happened-
this be a 2?
Butt crack knife happened in the fun part of the movie. That
I mean, we
mentioned.
probably should all be giving it a number 2 based on the poop.
Yeah, man. Sorry. If I bumped up to a 2.5 now, it wouldn't be real. We got our
It would
unanimous
be.
one's got to be a real one.
That's the whole point of being convinced and persuaded.
You're coercing me. You're not.
If he didn't
convincing me.
convince himself, yeah.
Listen, Justin.
Did you just pull that out of your butt?
Ass knife.
For our audio
this is-
listeners, Apocalypse just pulled a knife on Justin.
This is
Over a
Via
Zoom call.
Zoom.
this has been in my ass for 3 years.
Waiting for just this.
Oh no! Put that down. That is mightier than the sword.
I kept his pocket watch in my ass.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to channel. It just didn't work.
That was good.
Adam, what's your score?
I agree with y'all. I mean, it's a disjointed kind of mess. I mean, I'm looking at my notes here. It's, like it's shot over the course of 21 years, and it shows. Your characters kind of come and go in a very confusing way, and I definitely understand the 2.5 rating, but except you're all fucking wrong. This movie is 4 bags.
Shit! Oh my god!
This
Are you
movie is great. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. This dude had a vision, and he released it in
Where
85.
was his vision?
He released it in 85, and it didn't go well, and he was like, you know what? This thing needs 20 more years in the tank. And he fucking did it. He fucking did it, okay? We had a blade that was in a butt, and the fact that y'all didn't give that an extra bag, fuck all of you. This is a 4-bag movie.
That was one of my bags.
Through and
Yeah,
through.
that was one of my bags.
That was definitely a 0.5 of my bags.
We had a suddenly British man doing a Smeagol impression. We had bikers. We had the same guy
Everything
playing
you're
3
saying is in the
different
first 30
bikers.
minutes.
Yeah.
No.
All you're saying is the stuff that we already admitted was the best part.
There were 3 bikers.
We had a bald man playing 3 different bikers with an American
Maybe.
Eagle forehead tattoo, a weird, blob tattoo, and then no tattoo, because who fucking cares? We had belly dancing for 2 minutes. Why did that happen? I don't know, but it was cool that it did. This movie is 4 bags, and I am disappointed in all of you.
Good.
You're too forthcoming with your bags.
Put those bags away.
Put those bags away.
I don't think you understand the
little
inflation
dignity.
that's upon us. We can't just be doling out trash bags.
I look for
they're getting
happiness
more and more
anywhere I can
expensive.
find it. I look for happiness anywhere I can find it. And right now, Dangerous Men from 2005, the 2015 re-release, is pure fucking serotonin for me. So it is getting 4 goddamn bags of trash. I
I'm
wrote
glad
that
you
down when we
enjoyed it.
first started recording. 4 bags right there. Nothing y'all could say was ever going to dissuade me from it.
Well,
Good job.
it's not that good, but I'm glad you liked it.
It's no north.
Adam has the
no
Criterion collection of it.
You're right.
So,
You're right,
hang on,
Giles.
I wanna-
It's no North, which is why it's not 5 bags.
North? I love
Adam.
that
It's a
movie.
5-bag.
Adam, you said that he finished this movie in 1985.
2005.
So according to Wikipedia,
okay.
no, according to Wikipedia, there was a screening of a finished version of the film in 1985. But then he continued working on it for the next 20 years.
What?
Where he paid for a week-long run in 5 LA theaters, presumably for Oscar noms. And the fact that it was not nominated for any category is a goddamn travesty.
Okay. So he finished this movie in 1985. And then
Well,
he decided
finished.
it wasn't finished.
Yeah.
I do love some.
I'm curious, because we all loved how much the first half, how enthralling it was, and is that the end of the movie?
Yeah,
I wonder if
where
like
it ended first.
It would be a weird way to end the movie, but like, did he have an ending that we never saw? I'd like to see what the original ending was. I think
I want the
interesting.
So what you're saying is you want the Criterion version of this movie?
Would it show you the original ending?
Maybe that might be
Literally
the bonus
cutting out
episode.
half of the movie.
Are you serious that there's like an original ending and you think he went back and shot it all, or do you
No,
think they just finished, like wrapped up one day and they didn't even have half the movie done?
No, like so the first half of the movie was all took place in his initial shooting of it, right? Because that's with the girl, and when she
maybe.
disappears, when she's no longer in the movie,
We'll never
that's
know
when it
unless
gets really
we get the
disjointed.
Criterion collection.
It wasn't one day of shooting, like.
What? I didn't say that. I don't even know where that implication comes from. Y'all should write a movie.
God damn it.
Y'all should write a movie and get everybody you know as friends to just star in your movie and only write half of the movie and literally shoot it, shelve it. And if in 20 years everybody still knows each other, or if they don't, cast them with someone that looks like them a little bit and finish it 20 years from now.
If we're all still alive
60
in 20 years, I'm gonna be very disappointed. And
Like all those scientists would be like, wow, science is really bullshit.
We will shoot the
20
second
years?
half of the movie now, and then the first half of the movie in 20 years.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
we're gonna Lucas it. Okay, that's fine.
No,
That
we're
would be
gonna
awesome.
wet hot it.
But with the same actors and have them play younger versions of themselves.
I think
Oh, wait,
I think
are
that
you
would
are
be
you
fun.
saying to
If
do
you
it in
need me, I'll be
reverse?
at the Pepsi Cola FEMA camp.
Yeah.
Can you
Hell yeah.
write it to where what we're doing now is in the? Like,
Oh, no,
we
no, no, we're
travel
not-
into the past.
We're not
from the
doing it in
future?
reverse. We're shooting the second half of the script
Where we
now,
get-
and in 20
No,
years
yeah,
we'll shoot
that's
the
what I'm
first half
saying.
of the script.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we
But
travel
there's
back in time.
There's no time travel aspect. We are acting
No.
like it's the same character.
We're
at the
just
same
acting
time.
like it's the same.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm over it.
I think that would be a great way to film the
Just-
movie that we speak of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Joey doesn't like it behind the scenes either.
What does that mean?
He doesn't like the movie at all.
The movie that we've talked about behind the scenes?
Oh, yeah,
that
okay, I know what you're
is
talking about.
2005's Dangerous
What the
Men.
fuck you-
What is going?
There's certainly dangerous men in this movie.
We've got 2.5 bags from Joey, 2.5 bags from Apocalypse, 2.5 bags from Giles, 2 bags from JP, and 4 bags from yours truly.
He's fucking wrong.
I think they paid him.
Yeah, are you on their payroll?
Are you?
Let's see the ledger.
BP? What's?
I want to
what's
see
that?
your ledger.
You're on the BP payroll, aren't you?
Shit, BP got to him.
Which
Are you,
one?
are you working for fucking British Petroleum?
I
You're
fucking
broke.
wish I was working for British Petroleum.
British
British Petroleum,
Petroleum.
please hire me.
Retire
It's not.
me.
You don't have to say British Petroleum. You just say petroleum.
Is that what
Petrol.
those movies are really about? Getting
Oi,
corporate
petrol.
jobs.
Petro.
Oh,
Petrol?
Petrol.
We're
And then you
sorry.
can cut out the rest of the wasted words. Petro.
Sponsor
then-
us, Petrol.
Everybody knows you mean British Petroleum.
Do you think they make everyone at their company call it petrol? Even in America?
I mean, they should.
They're not allowed to call it gas.
They get spanked.
Ooh.
Spank
them in the gas.
real British style.
Well,
Spanked
that.
with a little loafer.
Ooh. Cheeky,
With the penny
cheeky little
in it?
biscotti.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually how the first ass penny was found.
What are you talking
What the
about?
fuck is an ass penny?
What's an ass penny?
What do you think? What it sounds like, you silly goose.
It's pretty self-explanatory, man.
It's
No,
a penny
it's
that you
not
found
at
in your
all.
ass.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, sometimes-
ever happen?
When you need extra change and you don't have pockets, you keep pennies
Well, I
in
just
your
mean,
ass.
is it smashed like one of those coin machines?
slot
It's been there
machine?
so long.
It's got the date and like the commemorative.
Yeah, it says
like,
Galveston,
image on there.
2005.
So here's the deal. Y'all gave this fucking movie 2 to 2.5 bags of trash. This is by far the longest episode we've recorded. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. It is a 4-bagger.
Well,
Easily.
it was long
What's
because
the
I was
average?
struggling to
What's
get to
the
the
average?
point because I was high.
The average is 2.7 bags of trash.
All right, cool.
Glad we drowned your 4 out.
I saw a post the other day that said, "Telling me that you're high is the least interesting thing you can tell me about yourself."
What?
Telling me you're high is
Oh.
the least interesting thing you can tell me about yourself.
It's true. It's,
And I was like,
is
yeah.
it less interesting than why I can't ever get to the point.
Why I can't get an erection.
I can't get hard because I'm
You
high.
can't get it to point?
I just wanted to see I think I wanted to see this movie where the woman goes with the biker and she's all turned on and she just is literally turned on by him. I want to see like that movie.
Just they keep going as lovers.
Like she would forget about her spree of revenge. Like, oh wait, no, this guy's cool.
No, she would like literally was trapped by that other guy. Like she was just pretending to be in love, and she like low key hated that relationship, was being abused and whatnot. And then it's
That would
just
have
her
been
and this
like
biker.
That would have been a crazy left turn for the movie. Actually, would have been pretty fun.
I mean, that's what it felt like, and I was
That's
like,
what it
I
felt
hope
like, yeah.
it like didn't. I mean, I don't. You know, you don't know these filmmakers or anything. You don't know what it's about, so you just kind of go with it for a little while, and then you're like, oh yeah, okay, she's gonna murder him.
She did a more believable job than the girl in Action USA did a similar thing a couple times in it.
That.
With the
we need to revisit
a guy
Action
falling off
USA.
a building and hanging off a helicopter.
I've definitely watched it like 3 or 4 times.
Really? Oh, you have it on tape, right?
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo.
It's fun.
All right, good night, guys.
This movie's good enough. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. It's not great.
That's why it's 4 bags and not 5.
I gotta go.
I've just been giving two things 3.5, so I gotta shit on something. This happened to be in the way.
Well, that is 1985, 2005, 2015's Dangerous Men. 2.7 bags of trash from the Trash Movie Kings. I'm your host, Adam Edwards. Follow us, Trash Movie Kings, at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that shit. Give us an email. Send us an email, trashmoviekings@gmail.com. Apocalypse, are you trying to sign right now?
No, I was like,
Are you
that's
inspired by
racist.
Coda?
I was gonna do like okay, but then I was like, that's racist now. I can't do that.
Oscar winner Coda.
Oscar-winning Best Picture Coda.
Shout out to trees in apartment hallways.
Yeah. Tiny apartment halls.
If you're listening on Spotify, rate us 5 stars, please. And yeah. Again, I'm your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham, JP, Justin Petty, Apocalypse Howl, and Giles.
Thanks, out to y'all, Chili Dog Johns.
Hey, shout out to Giles and me for having bookcases.
Yeah, Giles looks like he's in a
more
library.
real looking.
Mine has way more books in it, though. Obviously, I read way more.
Giles, have you even read any of the books that Mike has on his bookcase? Doubt it.
Have I read any of Mike's books?
Mike, can you go pull a book? Can you go pull any of the books?
Yeah, go grab a handful and bring them back.
Yeah, let's pick one. What the